Recorded Books Incorporated presents an unabridged recording of The Fox by D.H. Lawrence, narrated by Sheri Blair. This book, copyrighted 1923 by Frida Lawrence, is recorded by permission of the executors of the estate of Mrs. Frida Lawrence Revalli. This performance is copyrighted 1983 by Recorded Books Incorporated. And now, The Fox.
The two girls were usually known by their surnames, Banford and March. They had taken the farm together, intending to work it all by themselves. That is, they were going to rear chickens, make a living by poultry, and add to this by keeping a cow and raising one or two young beasts. Unfortunately, things did not turn out well. Banford was a small, thin, delicate thing with spectacles. She, however, was the principal investor, for March had little or no money. Banford's father, who was a tradesman in Islington, gave his daughter the start, for her health's sake, and because he loved her, and because it did not look as if she would marry. March was more robust. She had learned carpentry and joinery at the evening classes in Islington. She would be the man about the place. They had, moreover, Banford's old grandfather living with them at the start. He had been a farmer, but unfortunately the old man died after he'd been at Bailey Farm for a year. Then the two girls were left alone. They were neither of them young, that is, they were near 30, but they were certainly not old. They set out quite gallantly with their enterprise. They had numbers of chickens, black leghorns and white leghorns, Plymouths and Wyandottes, also some ducks, also 2 heifers in the fields. One heifer, unfortunately, refused absolutely to stay in the Bailey Farm closes. No matter how March made up the fences, the heifer was out, wild in the woods, or trespassing on the neighboring pasture, and March and Banford were away, flying after her, with more haste than success. So this heifer they sold, in despair. Then, just before the other beast was expecting her first calf, the old man died, and the girls, afraid of the coming event, sold her in a panic, and limited their attentions to fowls and ducks. In spite of a little chagrin, it was a relief to have no more cattle on hand. Life was not made merely to be slaved away. Both girls agreed in this. The fowls were quite enough trouble. March had set up her carpenter's bench at the end of the open shed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?